Greetings. About 3 weeks ago, I started to have tooth pain. I had had a filling done in August, and a few weeks later, I started having some pain. And I was worried that the pain I was having was related to having the filling. And the doctor had said, I've got to go deeper than I normally would, but we have to clean all this out, and I hope I don't touch the nerve. And she didn't touch the nerve, and she got it filled up pretty well. But she said, we're going to have to keep an eye on it because it's possible that you might start having some pain there. And if you do, then we may need to look to have a root canal for that. So I've got this little bit of pain that happened 3 weeks later. Now I'm a little worried. So I don't do anything really about it. I deal with the pain. I take my ibuprofen. And then I remember that I have clove in the medicine cabinet. So I start using clove. Clove is what they use on those little cotton swabs that they put in your mouth when they're going to do a filling. It numbs you first, and then they do the needle. And if you've got a good dentist like I do, you don't feel the needle at all. They just know how to do it, and it's wonderful. But clove is a numbing agent. So I was using this numbing agent. And the thing is, it started in one area, and then over the course of days, it started to move. And I thought, well, this is kind of weird. So it started to move. Now it's like multiple teeth are hurting, and I'm a little worried. Next thing you know, it comes down. So now I've got pain the entire side of my mouth. It's like, what the devil is going on? And this is over the course of time. By the time it gets to 2 weeks, I'm starting to feel something here and here. And I said, okay, now I've got to call. So I make the call. And they get me in like 4 or 5 days later. That's the earliest they could get me in. Even though I explained it, I'm thinking, well, this is some kind of emergency. I did what I normally do, and I went online to research, and they said, you could have some kind of infection. And now I'm feeling a little better, oddly enough. I'm thinking, okay, an infection is not a root canal. Definitely scared of the concept of root canal. Never had one. So I go in to see the dentist, and she does her thing. She says, oh, yeah, oh, that's bad. It's one tooth. I said, so it's not the upper tooth, nothing like that. And she does all her tests, says, nope, it's the one tooth. You might need a root canal. I said, oh, great. And she doesn't do that. She sends you to someone else to do those types of things. But then she asked this question. Why did you wait so long before you called us? And it was about 2 weeks later before I called. So I dealt with a lot of pain. And I said, well, I was worried that it would be related to the other thing, and I really was scared that I was going to need a root canal. She says, well, you're going to need one on the different tooth, but it's not as bad as you think it is. Now, I still haven't had it because I made the appointment, and now it's another 3 weeks I have to wait before I can get in. So basically, after 6 weeks of dealing with pain, I will finally really get my tooth addressed in one way or another. Now, here's the real story in relating this to leadership. Because I know better. I mean, you would think I would know better. When I was an everyday director in the hospital, I knew that bad things never go away. You think they do sometimes, but they don't. They always come back. So usually if there was something that was wrong, instead of just sitting around saying, well, maybe it'll go away, I did something about it then. Whether I had to call someone in or whether we had to figure things out, I always addressed every big issue. I addressed a lot of small issues too, but I always addressed the big issues because I just knew things were never going to go away. Whether it was sometimes people, sometimes you have to deal with people in a certain way, and they're just not going to go away. You need to be proactive and you need to take care of those things. That's the kind of thing that if you're a good leader, you're going to do. Sometimes we forget to do that for ourselves, which is a shame, like I did in this instance. But that only affected me. It didn't affect anyone else in the family, didn't affect anyone else anywhere. But if you are a leader of people in business, no matter where you are, if a problem comes up, you can't ignore it. You need to stand up to the plate and deal with it. That's what this story was about. That's what I'm saying to you. Bad things never go away. You've got to address them and get it taken care of the best way possible. And then move on, because hopefully at that point, broad problems have gone away. My name is Mitch Mitchell. I hope you have a wonderful day.